Hey guys, I didn't want to run late, but Chris got me a new tool. It's running me late. Okay, if you're watching the replay, make sure you follow and not just like. That way it'll give you a notification when we go live or if we just have a new video. I want to start off, everybody on all these other shows go, oh, we're going to do Happy Meal today. And I take it that's when people send them stuff. But I had one of our followers today send me 2 things. Well, she actually sent me like 4 things. But she picked this up at the Dollar Tree today, and I'm so excited because I think I missed these in the fall. But they're little metal letters that say spring, bunny, or welcome. So I have to think of cool little things that I don't have to worry about writing it out. And we can use them for stencils in case it's something we want to paint. Y'all, I'm so excited. Oh, hey, and look what else. I got like a made gift. I love to give crafts that I've made to people. I know some people might think that's cheesy, but she made this and I love it. I think she used one of those little ceramic bunnies and she put it on the top. And y'all know I'm always need an organizer, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put little things like my beads, like little whatnots that I need to keep out in case we decide to do a bead or something. Hey, Cynthia from Pennsylvania, is it? Hope I got that right. I'm trying to remember your names, but I need to remember where you're from. Okay, let me turn these off on here so I can look on the computer. It makes it so much better. Okay, I'm always telling you how I take apart my wreaths, anything like that. And I'm gonna take one apart where you can see it. Me do it and know that I'm not just telling you a story. I really do take them apart, reuse them. I mean, there's only so many, you make 1,000 like little indoor wreaths and things like that. I don't like to always waste, especially if it's a big background. And what we did at Christmas time, we made, and let me take the ribbon that I went and got to go with it. In my tobacco basket that you saw last night, the big one. I made this like little indoor wreath at Christmas time. We did a window cling on here, letters that we got from Walmart, just a plain piece of wood. Then made our bow and the little swag. Well, we put most of it together with pipe cleaners. So the good thing about that is, let me make sure I can see how I put it on here together. The good thing about that is, we didn't put glue on the bow of any kind or on our little picks. So we should be able to, and I think I had to double up on this because it wanted to sag that night on me, yes. Our bow will be able to take off and I'll leave it together. I have reused ribbon, especially if there's a particular one I like and I get low on that ribbon. And I need to take it apart, but I love keeping my ribbons together just in case, next year this goes with something else or, we need to add another color to it. So I'll keep it together in case every now and again I do have to take one apart. But I have like little hooks that I just put these on in the little, it's Neely's room, but I call it my craft room. Now these picks, we secured them on the side with pipe cleaners also, so no glue to worry about them falling apart. These were cute little picks. Just in the Christmas stuff, and I believe I got them at Walmart. They put them out this year, I guess because of COVID, putting things out pretty late. They had some really good Christmas that were only 98 cents, but they put them out kind of late here in our place. So that was a really good one. Little frosted tip, so we'll be able to use that. But you sound much better. Thank you, Gina. It was your gifts. It was Gina, y'all, that brought me these awesome gifts. And Gina, look, I got my little beads in it. And I'm going to throw some little things in it because I don't want to fill it up with just beads because it's rare that I use it. But every now and again, we need, like I've got like just a lot of little things over here. Like I can throw this in there, like maybe a clothespin, some of my little Jenga letters, like these little tiny sheets of, I just have like a mess, it seems like, over here of little whatnot things that it's going to be perfect. Like we took these apart, those beads that came on those bunny eggs. I'll throw those in there. Hey, Cian. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Rhonda with an H. Okay, so we got those 2 picks off, so we'll be able to use those again for another project. And listen, nothing doesn't mean that you can't put the same thing together. Come Christmas time, if you just really loved that wreath, or if I really get around, I'm like, you know, I really like that. Then we'll just make it again. All right, now I want to clean up, because this is one of these projects, because this thing is so wide, I'm going to need my whole desk to do it. All right, now this is going to be the not tough part, but the part that we may lose some things. I don't think it's going to affect this, but I did super glue 2 little, I don't know if you can see them, pieces of Oasis in there, and that's what we glued our board to. Now, I think if anything, I'll probably lose the Oasis. But let's get something in there between them. And it's just that $1 from the Dollar Tree Oasis. So if we lose all that, it's not the end of the world for the Oasis. And I probably could pull it pretty hard. I don't want to break my basket. And I'm thinking I must have really super glued this on here. Not super glued, but hot glued it on here. Hey, Sam from Millen, Georgia. Love the ribbon with the bunnies and the carrots. Yes, it was really cute. I got that from, and I'll show it to you when we get to it, from Carolina Pottery in Augusta. All right. I don't want to break my basket, so, and I wanted y'all to see me do this, or I would have done all this mess before I got you on here. Y'all hear my chair squeaking? I still didn't put anything on it, but it was so pretty today in Waynesboro. It got up to 70 degrees here. It was beautiful outside. So I haven't been indoor. I had somebody send me a message saying, you're not sneaking any crafting on at lunch today? And I was like, I was not in. All right, and I've just about got this piece separated. Let's see if it'll let me pull it. No, it's still gonna wanna. Well, we must have put the glue to this. I was probably worried about, there it goes. But I don't want to tear up this basket. It only cost me, I think like $16, $17 at Carolina Pottery. But I love this shape. It makes where you can do a cute little basket. Okay, the other side I put plenty of holes in it. Love the ribbon with the carrots. Hey there, I'm late. Sharon, you have not missed anything. We just jumped on. I was just a few minutes late of 7:30. I want to show y'all a new tool. Y'all right, COVID is going to get pretty expensive for me. I don't go back to work. Because Chris actually brought me a present today. He and Buffy went to Augusta. She wants to make an outside bench. You know, y'all talking about crafters. We're not really, we're some power tool loving girls. I tell you that. Neely likes it too. But, okay. But I'm going to show you what he bought me. And we've been playing with it. That's why I was a few minutes late. Goodness gracious. Y'all remember the night I did this? I must have like really put some hot glue to the back of this. Or maybe I'm just trying to be delicate with it because, there we go. But yeah, looks like I put the glue to it. All right, so we can, you know, this was a window cling. I probably would need to take that off. I don't think I could just paint over it. But I'll just leave it this way in case it comes around, you know, next year and we want to use it for something else, or because I got plenty of little boards. All right. So let me get this out of the way because that'll drive me nuts on this paper. So we're back to square one. And it's probably good that that came off a little bit because I think you would see that. What we're going to do is put a carrot in here made out of sticks. The same length. That'll have welcome on it. 41 in Iowa didn't have the lane cleared yesterday, went in the ditch. Better day today. Ron, I'm so sorry. Use your heat gun. That would have made sense. I don't know if I could have got, well, I probably could have gotten in. See, Diane, I should read my comments before I just start tearing everything. And okay, but I'm going to need it now because never mind. How is that stuck so hard to the board, but yet coming up so easy now? Well, Maybe I'll loosen it up with all that gouging I did into it. Okay. All right, and these were my little hooks that I hung it with, and I hate to take those off because I'm kind of wanting to put it in the same place, but I've already made like a little suggestion that I'll put all my Georgia stuff over there on that tobacco basket, and it this definitely wouldn't go with my Georgia colors because it's going to be orange. But I'll find a place to put it. Okay. All right, let me show you my new toy, which is not a toy. It's like a real super duper power tool. Look, y'all, it is a skill saw, circular saw. Ryobi. Didn't have to, just pops my battery right into it, and I was able to use it tonight. I can't use it in here. I told Chris, oh, I forgot to do something. He goes, no, you won't have your glasses on, and that stuff will be flying everywhere, so I can't do it to show you. But I'm so excited about my new power tool. Look at that. Oh. So I didn't have to get my big miter saw out to cut these little pieces of wood. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make a carrot out of these. Now, I just use pieces of, I mean, it looks like maybe 2 inches by 1/4. They come like this, and about, it's not even 3 feet, maybe 2 feet long pieces from Lowe's. You get different widths. They only cost about $1. They're in the specialty wood. You go over there, and like I said, different widths, different thicknesses. They're all, I would say, for crafting, but I don't know what people really do with it. I guess they must do something building a house with it, but I always just go over there for the crafters. But it's in the specialty wood. It really kind of has like the consistency or width of like a yardstick. But let's see, this one was a 1/4 of an inch by 2 feet. So, you know, and like I said, just different sizes. But I like the wider one, but I think by the time I got the carrot out the length that I wanted, it would just be too wide. Girl, you got shorts on. We still got snow and boots and hats. Yes, I had to put shorts on. Y'all see here I'm sweating. But we have been out playing with my power tools. Okay, so we're going to make a carrot. And listen, I cut these all like really jagged because I did not want them perfect. At first, when I cut this one, I missed my little mark when my first play on my tool. And Chris was like, oh, we can redo it. I was like, no, it's maybe a centimeter longer than I wanted it to be, but I did want it at an angle. I did not want the little pieces to be perfect because I kind of want, when I put it in the shape of a carrot, for it to be kind of farmhouse messy. So let's see. I think these are my extra pieces. I think these are all my pieces that I want. I wrote the little welcome on here when I was trying to make my letters, but let me sit here and play with it for just a second and we'll show it. Hey, I have to stay out of the craft stores too. So many projects to finish. You're not lying. I need to. I've had these boards for a while, so I was gonna get out my styrofoam pieces and make the pieces and cut them with my styrofoam. I'm like, well, let me try to use my tool first. So just know this is something you can do with shims. You can do them with your, this project with, what would you call that? Your paint sticks, anything like that. Anything that'll give you a straight edge. So a piece of styrofoam would be fine cut. You could use poster board. I just hadn't worked with wood, and like I said, I got some new little toys. The only reason why I kind of wanted my styrofoam is because I would have the time to kind of make these pieces just a little bit kind of jagged, not straight and perfect on the edges, because, you know, a carrot, the side of a carrot, you know, it's not perfect. So that is really what I kind of all wanted them to have, some kind of little groove, niche. You know, and you're going to laugh. At first, I told Chris, I said, can you go outside and cut this with your little Dremel tool on all these lines? Because I knew he'd come back be all jagged. And he came back in going, don't you want to use your new saw? And I was like, no, I really want you to cut them so they wouldn't be perfect. Nice here in South Mississippi, 70 today. Marry me, us too. Got right up to 70 just for a few hours, but it was beautiful here. No rain. Okay, so I'm going to put them in the shape of a carrot. So give me just a little bit. And we'll figure out how I wanted to do this. And I think this is it, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna put them on a stick, like behind here. We'll put them all on a stick, but I've got to remember, I think I told 2, 4, 6, 8. I told Chris I needed enough for welcome and a little piece on a little gnawed up piece on the end. And we did really good making these look a little gnawed up. Gnawed up, that's gotta be a Southern thing. Okay, I'm seeing prayers. Did I miss something? I hate it when I get in. Don't know how long I will be on, but I will watch the replay. They sent my daughter by ambulance to Better Hospital in Pennsylvania because she has a brain bleed. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Please let us know, but you take your time. You know, don't think you got to update us. You just, when you have time, you let us know how everything's going on your schedule. I'm so sorry. Yes, we are all praying. There was a welcome in the metal thing. Yes, that'll help me. All right, let's see. So, W-E-L-C-O-M-E. We're missing one. Oh, no. It's going to be the little thing up top. The little, you know, carrot fakeness, this stuff. I got a bunch of greenery out, so because we're actually in the basket, we're going to make the top of the carrot look like, you know, even though it's fake, like it has real material. But I don't know if you can see this good. I'm going to put it down. These are all my letters. This one I'll probably have to turn around because the sticker, sometimes it leaves that little sticky residue behind, and I don't have any fingernail polish remover out here, so no, I need it to go that way. Okay, well, we'll just sand that down really well. And got a little bit of, okay. And what we're gonna do is put this on the stick behind it to hold it together. And we'll paint all of it our orange color. And let me find it before I have pumpkin, but I thought I had my other one out. I'm sure I'm gonna need this plaster, but let's see. No, oh well. All right, in a minute we'll find it. Thanks so much. Yeah, they're in. Brian, okay, he is all, yeah. He is all the time. Okay, prayers, yes, just flip it over. Yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of got a little angle on it going down, like the kind of the shape of the carrot. See, that's why I wanted Chris to cut them, and so they would be jagged like the edges of a, like say if I took my sander and kind of made some little grooves in them, almost like I probably can do it with my pinchers. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Look, that's gonna be perfect. Okay. So like going down and making little notches in my wood just to make it, the little, what would you call that on a carrot? You always know terminology and I don't. Let me do the bottom. So I'm just going to pinch it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, don't make them like some kind of uniform, even though that one kind of does. And I'm going to try to make a big gash. There we go. That's starting to look good. Just, just a little messed up on the edges. Kind of how, because we're kind of going to put a little brown streaks in them, like the edge of praying for you and your family. Thanks. You're welcome. Y'all, you do you, and just know if you're sitting around bored, you can hop on, and because I know waiting in waiting rooms and all that just has just no better word to say. It just sucks. And right now, gosh, they even still let you go in. That has to just be terrible. I mean, it's got to be different with your kids. I mean, I'm thinking, you know, they'd catch something telling me I couldn't come in, even if I had to sneak in. Like, I feel so bad for babies being born this year. You know, the daddies couldn't come in. And, you know, it's just kind of like with kids' graduation. That's just a special time. Ooh, and I'm even clipping the corners. Just to make it just as kind of like Chris cut it as I can. Because he did not do well in kindergarten. I have determined that. Ooh, that kind of splintered. So that's going to be really good. No straight lines for Chris Mann. None whatsoever. And this is really cutting pretty easy. This is wood. Remember your styrofoam, your really good to do a poster board, because you know how you have to go really slow to make that edge really perfect. And you wouldn't have to do that with this. You kind of want it all jaggedy and looking. Yeah, I've got little bits everywhere, but that's really working out well. Kind of a ripple up and down. Yeah, you know, like a carrot has those. What do you call those? I got some farmers' wives on here. A carrot has the little, has like almost circle knots how it grows down. I guess almost like a tree. So when you look at it from the side, it looks like little ridges, but that's got to have a name. Come on, I got to have some farmers' wives on here that knows what the indents of the carrots are called. Ooh, that had like a nice little chunk come off. I am having surgery tomorrow and my hubby can go with me. All right, Jenny. I knew that had to, I mean, I thought it had gotten better. So I'm glad. Ridges. Notches. Yeah, we can make up our own name for them. That's what, I mean, because remember the acorn we were making, acorn, however you say it. The cap, I kept saying the cap of the acorn, and Carmen said, she said what the name was, and I still forget. I still say the cap of the acorn. Oops, my little handle is falling off. Okay, so just know, just cut you several pieces, different lengths. You got kind of at the end gonna have to put it, you know, in the shape of a carrot. But no, you don't want them perfect. But you don't want them, you know, too far away from the carrot shape. Because I think I did one extra piece at the end that will not have a letter on it. And I got another little set of letters out because the past few times we have not liked the letter we have put on here. Okay. Now, I like this side, but so I need to space, and I don't want to space too far, but I don't want to make it too perfect. And that's good. Okay. Like this has a little bit bigger gap, but I like that. I don't want them to be too perfect, but not too far apart either. I think I like them when they're a little bit closer together. Okay, I'm sitting here talking to myself. Is it the system or is she freezing up? Oh my gosh, am I freezing on y'all? I haven't looked really too much at my camera. Let's see. Is that better? My sister had COVID. No one could go to her to the hospital. I mean, that's just, oh my God. Is it the system? Pretty, Patty, must be you. No problems on my end, Patty. Okay, I haven't had any that I've seen on mine, but if anybody else is having a problem, maybe try to go out and come back in. Okay, I'm just going to glue this down. Raw wood is pretty light and thin. Always does really well for me. It sinks into the pour. That's why usually I try to put it together and then paint it. It probably would do better in the end and easier to paint it second, but you know, that paint sometimes could make your wood not, you know, adhere as well. So do it your way, however you want to do it. If you've had luck with painting it first, you do it that way. And I'm not going to really worry about the end if it's a little too long, because I have my greenery pieces we're going to put on it. And it's not a big deal. Okay, let me let that all dry. My glue gets pretty hot. I put a good little amount on there. All right, I don't know if I have a big brush out. Let's see. Still got the gross water from us painting last night. How cute was that little rabbit last night, y'all? I think it just turned out so cute. He will likely have to leave. They are sending her to the ICU. Oh, here, hello. Oh, man. Okay, so here's our carrot. And I want to get close so you can see the edges, how I just kind of, you'll be able to see it a little bit better once I start painting it, because that's really where I'm going to put a lot of brown into that. Not just that I'm just stressing it, but actually making it look like slightly little dirty carrot. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Hello from Virginia. Hey, Sue. All right. My chair's squeaking, y'all. All right, look at that, y'all. Is that 100 people on here? Look at us. Okay. Get on down there, and I'm just going to start painting. For my primitive people, y'all know y'all add a lot of brown to your carrots. But I'm not going to add a whole lot. You know me. I really don't like this colors. But we're still going to just stress it out. Oops, got some spider webs. Hey Donna. Hey, just got the dinner done, spreading the love. Thank you, Kathy. When y'all share it, do your friends ever get on here? And do y'all talk? I know some of y'all talk to each other. Or do they probably just think, she's sharing another craft video like me? Now this, of course, will definitely hang on the wall, so I'm not going to worry about painting the back. But if it was something that, you know, there's a chance someone could see, y'all know me, I would tell you to paint the back. It just kind of makes it look a little bit more professional. Hold on, maybe easier to go down that length like that. But considering this is a, you know, form of little tobacco basket, I've got to hang it. There's no really way, unless you hung it on like a table wreath stand, then I would say paint the back, because you could see through it. It really makes your projects look a lot more professional if you go ahead and paint the whole thing. All right. And y'all have got all this Easter stuff that I just keep putting up. And I've been off now for a few days. Worked in the yard most of the time. But I have not did any decorating in my house. I just have it all out, sitting on things. I need to pull it together. All right. Let's see, having a heat wave in Pennsylvania, 43, hope you're feeling better. Yes, Peggy, I sure am. And it was 70 today here, so yes, we had some heat here too. Yes, my cousin was on with me. We're from Alberta, Canada. All right, Canada. See, y'all, we're just international. We did have somebody from like South Africa on here one time. That was really cool. Her name was Connie. I hope I'm saying that right. I try to remember names and places. Some of them, I recognize all your names. But sometimes I'll mix up states, especially if you're like Iowa and Ohio. in my brain. I think I see the word Ohio and say Iowa. Did you ever make your own chalk paint? Looks kind of easy. I have made my own chalk paint with like plaster of Paris or whatever that stuff is called. Yes, I have. And I've got a lot of acrylic paint that if I don't want it to go bad in there, I need to just break on down and use it. Because, you know, eventually all paint, if you don't stir it up, shake it up, will go bad. And some of it in there, I'm not touching anymore. But, I mean, in chalk paint, I guess I just like it dries easier. You know, it just has that matte finish. It looks even, you know, even when you buy matte acrylic paint, this chalk just looks a little bit duller. But if you do have a lot of paint like that, and you like, I just don't, you know, what about all this paint? I need to use it up first. Stuff called plaster of Paris, you get it in your hardware section, like where the spackle and sheetrock mud, whatever you want to call it, are. They have it in containers that look like old milk cartons. It's not expensive at all. I want to say it's only like $2 or $3 for like a huge thing this tall. And depending on, and it's like a powder, just like a, you know, you would think like a loose chalk. And you put, I forget the recipe. You can like Google it. Recipe for making your own chalk paint. It's something like 2 tablespoons for 2 ounces of paint or something like that. So look at the recipe. It really does work. And you can use your paint, the paint you already have, especially if you need like a weird color and you can't find it in chalk paint, but you found it in acrylic paint, then all you have to do is add that plaster of Paris to it. Now this is a little aggravating painting these little side pieces, but make sure you get them all. I think I've gotten this end. Need to look in some kind of order. I've gotten this whole side in here. This whole side, let's see if I've gotten the ends. Chris, they were really saying they wish you would have cut these with your Dremel. They thought they might get like some kind of primitive new look that they'd all want. And here you, oh, I got some right there. And here you were buying me new tools.
I'll be coming out with some work here soon.
He said to tell y'all he'll be coming out with some work here soon for y'all.
Need some recommendations.
Oh, on the very end, I hadn't done any of this. Okay. Because I'm going to distress it, I'm not going to worry about doing a second coat. But because I really want the brown to look like part of the root or the carrot ridges, notches, however we said it was going to be, our terminology is not correct. I'm going to dry this so when I put my brown in, it doesn't blend. It actually stays a separate color. So, like I said, there's sometimes you need to blend and sometimes you need to completely dry to keep those colors separate. And if you want that, especially a shading effect, you can blend, but I don't really want it to shade. I really want to get in those little notches to make it look like the corner of a carrot. Hey, from Michigan, looking it up. Those, huh? What are you making? Just got on. Diane, we are making a carrot wreath in our long tobacco basket that we made a wreath at Christmas time for my bigger tobacco basket I hung in there. Thanks. I have a lot of acrylic paint to use up. Yes, Sharon, just go on there. And like I said, that big thing of plaster of Paris, and you can get it at Walmart. So if you're not close to a hardware store, just when you go in there to get some groceries, jump over there. Or if you have a local hardware store, you know they carry it. And you get so much. I mean, you can make chalk paint for days. I would grab like a few little jars if you don't have them, or maybe keep some of your, after you mix something up, it's hard to put them back in those little tiny apple barrel or little acrylic paint things. So maybe get you some tiny jars, save some of your cooking stuff, your cooking or jelly jars, because once you mix it up, it'll be easier to put it back in something that's got like a big mouth to it, because I will tell you this, it's not worth, oh, y'all, and I got to talking and I almost bubbled that up. It's just not worth it trying to get it back in that little bitty bottle after you know, especially if you don't think you're going to use it up. And you really want to make a lot at one time. All right, I'll show you this, but kind of like doing with the carrot, I kind of almost want to like bead that up right there. But I'll show you what it does. Like what these are really meant and were created for was to actually remove paint. See right here how it, I don't think you could see it good because the light. See how it started to bubble up right there when the heat stays on it too long. But I'm kind of going to leave it there. Let's hit it with the sanding block and see what it does. Oh, they just came off. Maybe it's still a little wet. All right, it's still wet right there. But that plaster of Paris is really good too, mixing with water. You can almost use it like you would a sheetrock mud. It'll put texture on things too. It's got a lot of uses, but yes, I'm like that. I've got a lot of acrylic paint that if I don't use up, it's just gonna go bad. Okay, I think we're okay now. Laugh out loud. Make us a Georgia dog primitive. Yeah, I need to like draw out a dog's head and let him cut it out. I'll put a little water. I got a lot of water on here. I see some little places I need to hit. I probably can put a lighter tone. See how looks like it's putting a lighter tone in here. Go back and add a little water, or I went to grab my like a yellow, that mustard color that I have. Will tone, you know, change the tone of your carrot, like if you wanted to make your, you know, tone of it. And I still have the orange in my brush just to make them put some different little highlight. Y'all tend to like that when I did it on my little sky. Just find something in the same family or the same warm tones, and that way you put like a little bit of shade on it, but it's not really all that. But especially for you people that like that primitive stuff, you know, that you just keep sitting here shading it. Because I mean, if you look at a real carrot, I mean, it might be orange, but it's not all pristine orange like this, not by a long shot. Okay, let me dry that little bit of shade I did. Root scars, lateral root scars. Janet, you must be like me. You had to Google it because, you know, I just want to know. You can use it with stencils. Facebook disconnected me yesterday before you were done. I was not happy with them. I wonder why, Peggy. Did it knock you off? Or did you not have a good connection? Somebody sent me something on here saying that they were fixing to do a whole lot of changing over the next 4 months, that some of my videos may be lost. That's why I've made sure that I put all my videos. Y'all go on and follow me. Now, there's like things you can subscribe and pay money. Don't do that. Just be a follower of Sien's Craft and Being on YouTube, because I put my videos on there too. I don't think I've lost anything on Facebook, but I rarely go back and look at my videos on Facebook. If I want to find something, I always go back to YouTube. It's easier to search an old video on YouTube. That's why I definitely have it on there. Look at that, 120. Y'all getting to see these? Oh, you can't see these white legs on this table. Okay, there's our little carrot. Not perfect. Can be made out of shims, any kind of wooden pieces, poster board, styrofoam, and you're always laughing at me. This is a piece like I got in the mail, and I still have all those pieces from getting shipping in the mail. And they would be a little bit thicker, but it wouldn't be matte, you know. And that way, you could actually take your heat gun, you know, the styrofoam heat gun, and kind of do little ridges on, what did you call them? Lateral growth, something. You can make little ridges on the side. So styrofoam would be really easy. So would poster board. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here. And I still think I need to doctor up and take just a little bit of that styrofoam up to make sure we see. We're gonna put our different little picks in the top. Is gonna be the top of our carrot. And we're probably gonna put a bow on top of that. And I really still wanted to look at it from the side. For some reason, I like it better from the side. I think we can do our letters better than trying to do our letters that way. And I got a different stencil out because, you know, we didn't like the other ones. The other ones probably will like better this time. But these are actually, and I got these actually at Walmart. And let's see if these are any better. I still have the dollar store one over here, which really stamped good. Sent this talent gift of Gab makes her very popular. Oh, you're so sweet. Check your edges. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. We got to make our edges look. I'm so ready to put it together now. Let's see. I had my antiquing out today. Finishing my mama's little dog thing. All right, now I'm going to use a little brush because I think I can do this really well with my fingers, but, you know, because we pinched off those edges, I don't think, you know, it's going to get in there unless I put like a big dollop on it, so I don't want to. So we'll put a little bit in the notches first that we did, and then I'm going to grab some on my finger. Like y'all know, I like to feel the edge and then pull it. Thank you, Terry. Oh, I almost forgotten. All right. All right. So there's like our first one. And see how I got in the little notches with it? All right, so I'm just taking this, just a little brush, not very big. I just think I'd have to put a lot on my finger for it to go down in that little, because some of them I did pretty deep. And I'm just going to go down the side and keep doing that. And I'll probably go back and make it, because we talked about this last night. I wouldn't want to do this all the way down the sides and leave the middle just pristine. So every now and again, I may just do a streak in the center. Now this is wood, so we can go back and scratch it up a little bit with our sanding block. But we're going to do this first because I really want to get this brown in there. Lateral root scars. Lateral root scar. Remember the lateral. Lateral. But I'll forget the lateral root scars. Looks great. Hello from Kansas City. Weather was wonderful. I'm so glad. I know all y'all have gotten all that snow. And there's a little piece got on the center already. And y'all needed some good weather. Looks great. Hello from Kansas City. I like that. Lateral root scars. Not saying I'll remember that next time. But we're going to try. Lateral. See, this is like a learning channel too. Not really. You're not going to learn anything from me, but maybe how to glue something together. Except Chris. He learns something from me every day because I'm so smart. I'm so smart, Jenny. There we go. And I'm really liking that. It looks a little bright on your side. It's not quite so orange. I don't know why. I try to put it on like the subtle light up there. But maybe I can change my light. I had a big little gash on that one. Okay, that one's going to kind of put a little bit more, and I'm just going to keep pulling it all the way across. I put a little light on, but still looks good. You know, carrots are dirty on their lateral root scars. I'm just going to keep saying that. I feel like, oh, I've learned something. Chris, do you know what lateral root scars are?
Yeah, but I don't want to tell you right.
Did y'all hear him? Oh my gosh. He said, I know, but I don't want to tell you right now. Meaning he does not know what it is. So I know something he doesn't know. I wish Neely would get on here, but she's probably out eating supper. It is Neely's birthday today, my oldest. She is 24 years old. And that baby couldn't come home this past weekend. Yeah, those are cute. And I think the pinching that we did with the little shears is just giving it that just extra little, you know. Well, it's not je ne sais quoi, but I always like to say that just because I know how to pronounce it. Just giving it that little extra. All right, so that's one side. See how it's getting in those little lateral root scars? Oh my goodness, girl, you brighten up my day, Peggy. I am so glad. My mother came to pick up her little thing I made for her, and we were yelling at each other from the car, and she said, "You gotta go, it's 6:30, no, 6:11, and I'm like, I'm fixing to go play with my toy right now, my new saw. So she was like, but it's so cool, y'all. But tomorrow, I hope it's pretty. Chris and I want to work in the yard. We took a couple of days off. And today we just enjoyed outside. But, because as pretty as it was, I mean, it would have been all right to work in the yard today as pretty as it was, but still, it was just nice not to, just to enjoy outside. All right, just scratching away. These shorter pieces, I don't think I'll have to go back and mess up because it's kind of pulling it in the center of them. So that seems to be scarred up. It's probably when I get here, I'll probably need to do a little bit in the center. But, and it probably would be smarter to go on down, but I'm scared my paint will dry. And, you know, I won't be able to pull it as well. And I want it to all kind of be consistent. So I know it may be nerve-wracking to some of y'all that I'm doing a board at a time. But there's usually no rhyme or reason to my craft. Happy birthday, Neely. Neely. We don't have an E in, and that is my maiden name. My daddy just had girls. Yes, Diane, you spelled it right. But there is someone on here whose last name is Neely and it's L-E-Y. My entire life it was misspelled like that. So, and then her middle name is Ann. Her name is Neely Ann. And she was named after Chris's grandmother. And she has an E on the end of Ann. So people always add an extra E to Neely and leave it off her middle name. Poor baby. But yeah, I had to name her Neely because my daddy only had girls. But my sister, I have 4 older half-sisters and 1 younger half-sister. They have different daddy than I do. And then I have a little sister who has a different daddy. Well, she actually had 2 boys. So at least my daddy knows something about girls because, you know, I had 2 boys. And I don't know a thing about girls, and neither does my mama because she had 5 girls. So my nephews, bless them, you know, they just kind of... they just kind of got probably the end of the deal that, you know, we kind of like, we good at giving them gifts and stuff, but we don't know a whole lot about what you do with little boys. I remember my oldest sister came home with my nephew. All right. Bye. Okay. On the edge.
I just almost walked into a spider.
Oh my, well, are you afraid of a spider? Buffy almost walked into a spider web, y'all.
No, a spider.
A spider? No, see, I'm not scared of spiders. Not at all. But now, snake. They're always out there wanting to save them and stuff. Those are good snakes, Mama. No, there's no such thing as good snakes. All snakes have teeth and they bite you. It might not kill you, but they all bite you. Even the good ones. The good ones. Bye. I'm so ready to enjoy some warm weather. Pennsylvania has been terrible. I think it's been bad, Lisa, everywhere. Ours has just been the sporadicness of I hate. Because it get warm today. In a couple of days, especially if it goes back cold, which it probably will, it will mess my sinuses up again. And what I'm going to think this time, do I have sinus problems or do I have COVID again? I don't know. I feel like it's going to. And then, you know, all that stuff can get in your head. I think I got one spider web right here that's going to make me nuts. And it's not moving, like maybe it was a spider web and I painted it. Okay. All right, there we go. So our carrot, look at all our lateral root scars, all on the side. Diane, yeah, there's no good snakes. No good snake, I agree. No, dead snakes are good snakes. My motto. Okay. Thank you, Terry, for reminding me to do that because I think it just gives it that little extra, you know. And we'll get some more of this up. Because I think just on the side, the center we're not going to see, and we'll use our heat gun. We'll be smart for that. Okay, now we need to do our welcome on here. And we're going to have W-E-L-C-O-M-E, and this one will just be blank. And look, they got welcome right here on the back of this, so that'll help me not miss a letter, hopefully, because it could happen. Well, I know how to spell it, but when you're sitting here trying to paint it, you may mess up. Love it. That looks nice. Yes, ma'am. Looks good. Terry, hey, girl. Oh, y'all were saying hate each other. Okay. And I kind of like these. Now, these are paper. The only reason when I bought these, you know, I'm always trying to find us some good letters. And I like paper, but you can't use them but so much. Because, I mean, they get wet. Paint is wet. Oh, I like these little letters. Look, they kind of have like a little height to them. And I'm kind of wanting to... Let's see. I think the big letters are just too wide. Yes. So let me see if I can carefully put this back up. Kind of tall. I do like these. Look at the G. I got them in the Walmart section, just back in the craft section. I can't remember how much they were, but this is what the package looked like. I guarantee you not very much. I think I got this at the, yeah, I think so. But it also has lowercase letters. And it looks like it has numbers on it too. But the lowercase letters, they look pretty skinny, but I love the height that they go up. So the W is the only thing I'm really worried about. Oh my gosh, look at that G. They may be a little too wide, but look at that. Oh, I'm loving that. All right, there's the E. Let me turn it over so I know what letters I need to get, even though common sense would tell you. The W pretty small. I think they just did some letters. If you look at them, they did some of them pretty fancy and big. Like the J, the G's pretty big. And it looks like the Y and the E at the bottom. But it also gave you a smaller E. So, we'll go with that. And I'm gonna, you probably, I mean, yeah, they're meant to come apart, but I just don't want them to get too out of order. Gina, I've got all your boxes that you sent me that time. Okay, here's a W. And it's not wide. So, to save this, what I may do is put it on here and maybe use the W for the stencil and save this. Because, you know, there's only so many times I'm going to be able to put wet paint on there and it may change the shape because it is paper. It's a thicker cardstock, but not too thick. So let me get the E. Hold on, I don't think I need that one. I'm gonna need the O. And the O is 2 pieces. I'm gonna need the L. All right, so I'm not gonna need this one either. I'm gonna need this one and this one, okay. All right, C is pretty straightforward, so let's go ahead and take it off. And I'll try to stick these little letters back in there. I'm gonna get me these little containers that Gina brought me that I can put everything in. Okay. I think the E I'm gonna need in a couple of places, so I only have to get one of those. And Dollar General package, maybe, because I did go in there hunting the ribbon, and remember, what did I get in there? I got some ribbon, and there was one other thing that we got once in there. E, let's see, the O is 2. Oops, and here's the M. Might be. I try to grab them, and I did go that day into their, the M's going to be a little wide, but maybe we can change that a little bit, because I really like this font. This is really pretty. The O has got 2 pieces. It's got like this little curve and that one to kind of give it a, I may use the stencil on that to maybe just draw it out. I think that's going to be easier. Okay, and then 1 E. And remember, the last one, I'm not going to put anything on yet. Picture album could be good, yes. She brought me a ton of these containers for their office. I guess they need a ton of labels. And she brought me like 100 of these boxes, like that labels came in, and I use this up here all the time. So I'm thinking, I've been using a lot of them to separate things that I know will fill them up. Won't overflow, but yet they stack really well too. So I'm thinking I have enough letters to probably warrant the space for it. You know, a lot of stencils, I should say, to put them all in one place. All right, so we are going to, I'm just going to draw this with a pen because I'm going to paint it black. I think brown may look better, but I've got a little bit of black in the rabbit and some of that. So, you know, as long as I'm using a color, I tend to be okay with it. And, you know, I feel like I'm going to hold y'all up all night. If I don't just use my, this chair and the squeaking. Here, I'm just going to use it just because it's a few letters. And that way I won't hold you up so long, because drawing them out and stenciling all that can take a long time sometimes. Okay, let me go ahead and get this on here. This is right here in front of me. And listen, always remember to dab your paint off. I'm sure as crafters y'all remember that, but, or at least it, all right, I don't have my, I feel somebody down here. Hey, Toes. Toes is down here. Okay. And this is what I mean. I'm trying not to put too much on it, but sometimes your letters and this cardboard would be about, you know, they can only take so much. They're not expensive, I know, but y'all know me. I don't like to have to go buy a whole lot. But maybe I really don't use them a lot, so. Okay. All right, let's do an E. Okay, I'm gonna put that down easy so I don't mess the L up. And we'll still go back because this is doing it, but I don't want to put a lot of paint on here. So we'll go back and fill them in. All right, and down here. Enjoy it all the time in the world. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're talking about because it was going to take. Yeah. Okay. Let's see our M. Hey, just joining. Bonnie, you missed kind of how we did our carrot, but I ran my mouth most of the time, so the M we're going to have to see about. All right, where is the O? There it is. We used pieces of wood, but what we talked about was you could use shims if you have those. You can use paint sticks. You can actually use styrofoam or cardboard if you want to. Oh, I'm really liking this, y'all. And the W, where did I put the W? Did I put it back in here or over? Or did I not take it out? There it is. And it may be better to tape these down, y'all. But since I'm only doing one letter at a time and I'm going to go back and fill them in, I'm not, okay, I'm going to trace this side of the M. Oh, hold on, let me see about this. Let me see about this. Using the M instead of tracing it, put it one side over here. A little bit of water on that. And move this a little in. Okay. Ooh. And that one did a lot better. It bled. Yeah, I got water on my, I put it in my jar and I should not have done it, but we'll fix that. Hey, Cheryl, welcome. You're going to love it. Turn the W upside down. Y'all are so smart. Because I don't like that. You're so smart. All right, I'm drying this because I'm fixing to paint over it. Okay. You know, I just can't think when I'm trying to hurry, but I hate keeping y'all on here a long time. Because half of it, I think, is when I'm running my mouth. And we'll scuff it up, and we'll put a little bit of the antiquing on it, and we'll be right back. Turn the W upside down. Welcome, you're going to love it. Oh, okay, you're talking to somebody. Oh, and that's Mahala. Mahala is the one that spells her last name with an extra E in it. Gives me something to watch. You do fine, thank you. You're fine, hold on time. It's really helpful. Thank you. Look at it trying to get hot. All right. But I like these letters. Out of all we have done, not that I didn't like the the Dollar Tree ones that we used. They just, remember the sizes weren't either big enough or one was too big. But I really, really like these. I mean, these are really pretty. Even the big ones are really pretty. I mean, they're meant to look, you know, like handwriting, really scrolly handwriting. I like those a lot. But I'm going to put them besides the M, because I need that. The W, I'm going to turn upside down. All right, let me get my... What was I just looking at? My antiquing? There it is. Okay. All right. Now I can't use that little, super full of water, but I got an unlimited supply of paper towels over here, so I don't know why I didn't use them earlier when I took this out. Jan and that one, are your girls doing good? Yes. Anna Marie. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Is your taste and smell back? No. Oh, are you talking to her? Because mine is not. It's some. You remember I told you it was only strong smells? Now, It doesn't have to be strong, and I can slightly taste. So I think I got really lucky, especially when, who was it on here saying last night that they hadn't had taste or smell since Christmas? That would be, where did you get them? The letters? Somebody said it looks like the packaging from the Dollar General, which could be very likely because I did go through their school section the last time I went in there. And it seems like a lot of times, I mean, I guess you can find sometimes the stencils in, like the plastic stencils in the craft section, but a lot of times a paper product like this and some, you may find letter stencils in the school supplies, like, you know, where you would find poster boards, things like that. Because I guess they think the only time you need lettering is when you're doing big poster boards. But a piece, a stencil, like the hard letter stencils that we use, will actually be in the craft section when you go in the Dollar Tree. But this kind of, she said it looks like the packaging at the Dollar General. If it is, I know I've never went into the stencil department at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So it either has to be Dollar Tree, Walmart, or Dollar General. There's certain sections I just don't go in when I'm in those stores. Okay. I like it. Some of it's kind of, I was going to maybe go back out and kind of do it. See how the W on this end is kind of faded? I don't know. I think I kind of like that. You know, it kind of gives it that, you know. I don't really like the black, I'll tell you. I would say use like maybe a little bit more brown. But maybe once we get it all together, I just don't want it to be like a Halloween-y kind of look. You know what I mean? And does that give me all like a Halloween vibe? I hope not. All right, let's see. Okay, so now we'll work on this part because I think once I put it in the center, there's only a few places you see the oasis from the last time. And I can do that again, but I'd have to put like a thin little strip, and I think that I can get this to stick to that one. It's kind of light. Feels like, you know, just a little bit heavier than maybe a couple of rulers. So it's just this little part right here. Now it's melting it, so where am I going to put it? It's burning the, well, maybe what I can do is, look, it's like burning the, like Oasis styrofoam stuff back. As long as it just kind of looks like glue, you won't see that. I'm not used to dealing with something white. I think normally I just pick the pieces off. Yeah, it's kind of, whew, it made me need my finger protector. Probably can use the same glue to hold the other one down. All right, let's see. All right, there's another one of my finger protectors. And I love the fact that these things are hot pink, so you can find them. Ooh, yes. Coming up. Don't know where I'm going to put it on my paper. I got to throw this one away after tonight anyway. Look at that. Y'all so smart. I got some smart crafters. Lateral roots, scars. Lateral roots. Buffy, do you know what lateral root scars are?
No.
It's the little indentions, I'll tell you, because you're honest. And, you know, your daddy tried to act like he knew what it was. Which he really didn't. I knew he didn't know what it meant. They're the little, like, ridges on the carrots You know, the little humps where they grow?
Yeah.
They're called lateral root scars. Learn something new every day, don't you? Okay, look at it. It's kind of shiny and still wet again. I probably can use most of that to stick this new down. Let's see if I can do that on this one that it was hidden. Early, I don't want to leave this on too long because if it freezes up, last time y'all told me it froze a little bit. Doesn't look like Halloween. Okay, it doesn't. Okay. Because, let's see, do I need another glue stick? Okay. Let's see if that's going to give us enough hold. If not, I can always lash it with the pipe cleaner and paint the pipe cleaner. We've gotten lucky with these little ridges in the center, so it's not something hard to hold down. I'm pretty sure if I give this time, you know how hot my glue gun gets, give that a little second to harden back up really well, it's going to do good. All right, now, it could have been just as cute, you know, to hang it this way on a small little wall going into, but I just really wanted the carrot to stick out. And the way we did the winter sign, I like it this way better. Okay. These are the little picks that I told you. This was one of Walmart's Christmas pick that they put out a little late. And I think maybe we tried to talk about what this was one time. But I can't remember. And I don't think it tells you on the little pick. No, it's just, they were like 98 cents. I like it because it's just got almost like a frosted on it, but it's almost like a glass frost on it. And then y'all told me these were lamb's ear, which we used to make our burlap carrot with, and it just looked really good at the top of our carrot. The only thing is laying down, it doesn't look as well as when you look at it this way. So I may bend this part out to the front like this, so we're looking at it more like that. And this is kind of the background. I did grab some more of this like artificial Leyland cypress. One of these came off when I was, just to give it a little bit more fullness right there at the bottom. Because believe it or not, I thought it looked, you know, the last time and we used it, it did look a little bit like a carrot, the cap of a carrot. I don't know if this little tiny one is going to cut it, but I have a bigger one. And what was I doing with that bigger one, y'all? I was doing something with it the other day. Showing Chris something, but it did cut it. Okay. Look, y'all, we can make a bless your heart with this stalk when we finish with it. Hey, Stephanie, fishing twine. I mean, yeah, you could. I don't know. I think I might have some fishing twine somewhere, but that'll work. I always try to put these in here as much as I can without losing them. But if I have to cut that, I'm okay with that. They were only $1.25 in the fall, but I love them, and I do have several of them. But we're going to put this in the back. And what I did with the other one is, if I don't want to cut these picks and I can hide them behind the stick of the welcome sign, then I can just use pipe cleaners to hold them down. That way you don't always have to cut them up. Now, okay, I'm forgetting about my bow. I don't want my bow. Let's see. No, I'm going to still do it close, and then we'll figure out, oh, Lord, it's pushing it loose. That's what it, oh, it did. You look, y'all, I pushed it loose. Trying to stick my pen in there, and it still has not hardened. I put a lot in there. But yes, fishing twine would work, yes. I'm like, why is that not wanting to shove in there, and I'm taking it back apart? I love the lamb's ear, yes, and it looks so good with everything because it's got that like velvety finish to it. It almost looks like a succulent. Okay. I brought them in here, a lot of them. There they are. Y'all, listen to my chair. It really, I'm doing all kind of moving, and it's really squeaking up tonight. That looks closest to that. Let's just go ahead and do that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of lash this on here right in the center, just to give it that extra something. And I can put a little paint on that because it's already like a little brown color and looks kind of part of it already. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put this here, and then I was gonna put like just one piece of this to kind of hide the bottom, to give it a little bit of fullness on the bottom. But I really want this to be a little exaggerated, you know, since it's on this longer piece. Okay. We'll bring this a little forward. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. I got a green piece right here. Always helps to have pipe cleaners in different colors. This is kind of almost the best kind to me. You get the pack that has multiple colors in it, especially if it's a lot of different shades of brown. Okay. Trying to save my little pick stems. All right, there we go. Almost don't even have to do anything, but I am. All right, let me. All right, I've gotten quiet. I love lamb's ear. It's so pretty. The first one looks kind of eucalyptus. Yeah, like when it totally opens up. Where did you get your basket from? I got it from Carolina Pottery. But I need to practice making that, the one, if you're on Sen's Crafters, remember to, you know, send a request to get on Sen's Crafters. And someone shared a post about probably, what, 2 weeks ago on how to make these baskets with newspaper. I'm really hoping when I try it, I want to kind of try it with poster board too, because this stuff, when you poster board, you know, it will bend, you know, and you're painting it. I think it would do just as well. But she shows you, I mean, she put the instructions on there from somebody how to make different sizes of these baskets. Y'all, that is like too cute. Different size baskets with pieces of rolled up newspaper, and you just staple it together. And then you would paint it, you know, to look like it's pieces of, I mean, that is pieces of wood, but it's got to be a light, some kind of light wood, I would think. All right. I don't think I need this. I think it's pretty secure in there and it's not going to move, but I am going to put an extra little pipe cleaner on it just to keep it, y'all know me, I'm always telling you, it looks like it's going to be in there pretty good, and the next thing you know, it falls down. So we are going to lash a little piece in here just to make sure. Didn't even need that whole piece of. Okay. All right, so there we go. And y'all, I think it's really, really cute. Now, these are just the hooks on the back that I can, you know, hide. The other one hid these, but they're two little hooks I made with the pipe cleaner. So if you see that in the background. Okay. So I'm thinking I want to put a bow on it now. And I'm thinking, where do I want to put this bow? I want to put this bow up here so it doesn't hide this at all, but I do have a little room down here. But you think it'll look weird with two things on it? Or just put the bow maybe right here. And I won't make a big one. I just got some cute ribbon. All right, we got this cute little rabbit ribbon. Got this from Carolina Pottery too. And it's got the buffalo check on it, which is cute. I just bought out just an orange, like plaid, whatever you want to call that, checkered. Just to bring some of this jute color in here. It kind of matched the bow, just like a little filler. Got some polka dot in the lime, or I can just do the green. And I'm thinking maybe we won't bring the polka dot in it. We'll just do this. Okay. So we'll just make a little bit cute, cute, love it. Put a bow in the greenery. Yes. I'm thinking, what if I just did greenery? But maybe that'll be like I'm trying to make it greenery. Like maybe just these and a little bit of the carrot, and don't do this one, because I'm thinking this is, ugh. And once I'm looking at us on the camera, I'm like, Chris, I can hear him now tell me it looks like a football team. All right, and I haven't gotten to use this, so I'm so excited. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, that's cute. Carolina Pottery, I think they do sell things online. I'm gonna stick this in here just to kind of maybe glue something down, hide a little something imperfections. Put bow in the greenery. Girl, I put a picture of the quilt on the wrong place. I posted it on Sin's Crafting Man. I am sorry. I will go to Sin's Crafters and post it on Sin's Craft Man. It's okay, but yeah, go on there that way. But everybody can see it on mine too. But either way, but listen, remember, if y'all keep forgetting, because I get requests every day, go on Sin's Crafters and ask to be a follower. I mean, I think that's just so you can, like, not put crazies on there. You don't have to pay for it or anything. It's not a membership thing. It's just you have to ask permission, so I just wouldn't let anybody on there, which, you know, I don't go look at your Facebook page to see if you're like a crazy. I accept everybody. Ooh, I might want to put some tails on here. So go and ask to be a member. Just ask to join. It'll send me a little notification. I think it was just one time it didn't. And somebody said they'd asked me like 8 days before. And then, you know, a bunch came through. And I will accept you. And that way you can put questions on there. I mean, there are a lot of people that post, you know, a half-done project. Like sometimes I ask y'all, what'll look better on here if you get stumped and you don't know which one you want. And everybody will help everybody. But I love that because, I mean, I get ideas from y'all too. And, you know, so I want to see what everybody's doing. And I love it when y'all post stuff that I've done and you change it a little bit. So it just opens up the creative, you know, flow and makes everybody like, yeah, you can do it this way. So, I mean, I don't know of anybody that really gets mad about that if you do their project and change it a little bit, but I certainly don't. I am super flattered and think it's like the coolest thing when somebody would do what I've done. I mean, I'm like Sally Field. I'm like, they like me. They really do like, y'all really do watch me because you like me. Okay. All right, let me get my mind on this bow for just a second. Kind of want to do a small bow, but have some tails on it. So let's do a smaller bow and have the cute little tails coming down that one side. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, here's a little filler. I really like this green. And the green is going to be different from that. So we'll have to see how we do it. But this is like the only kind of spring green that I could think of, and I guess that's more not spring green, so. Okay, little bow, move our tail. Smaller bow, longer tails, okay. Adorable, I think the orange plaid would make it pop. You are so good with bows. Listen, I am not good with bows. I have to practice at it, and I really miss, but I only have like 2 or 3 I can do. Now, the messy one's super easy because, you know, you can do that 1,000 different ways. But, sometimes, that's why sometimes I wish, you know, that's why I love to watch wreath makers, and they just get to make these huge bows that I'm always so jealous of. Because when you craft, you know, you don't want your bow to be bigger than your craft and kind of take over your craft, which this ribbon's probably liable to do, but I want it to have these long little tails. It is something you have to practice. And I used to hear people say that all the time, that would make these beautiful bows. And I mean, I'm just sitting there thinking, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, you have to be like a good bow maker to make something look like that. But really it is. The more I do it, sometimes I can whip one up pretty fast, and then if I don't do one for a long time, I sit there and take them apart, and that's like the worst, because you've already like crimped them up, and you know, when you first roll them out like this, they're just so smooth, and I don't want to ever go back. I'm like, I'll make this work. Whatever I have to do, I'll make this work. Okay, let's see. But, okay, see, I got like a little longer on this side, but I think I'm liking that. But let's see. Let me use a piece of this. And I'm just going to do a 1 loop on here to give me that little loop right in the center. And then it'll have 2 tails. Just for that. That way it cleans it up in the center. And I like this. It's just like a little burlappy color and linen stripe. I know it's always so quick to pick up stuff that are really cute like this, but always remember your filler ribbon, because most of the time you use that a whole lot more. Like, I probably won't even use this again this year. But this, you know, I would use a lot. So, you know, sometimes when you find those, they're more important than your, you know, the cute little ribbon that you want to get. That, you know, it's kind of like your bold statement. It's just like with clothes, you know, that stands out. So you don't want to do 10 different, you know, projects with that, you know, that particular ribbon. And buying ribbon, like cheap ribbon, sometimes can make good fillers, because there's just like background. And sometimes, you know, you don't want to spend $30 on 5 different kind of bows to make one bow, and you may not use it again. I mean, try to find deals, especially when it's plain ribbon like this. You have to smush it down. All right, let's see. Let's play with it for a second. And the only reason why I should have had the tails, the longer tails, on the other side. Nope, and there's no way to correct that, so we'll just have to probably waste some ribbon. Because see, I'm thinking I want to put it on here like so, and if the tails would have been on the other side, see, they're wanting to come down over here, and we don't want to cover up that. If I would have made it the opposite way, let me see if I can slide them up through. You never know. I've never tried to slide them through, but let's see if we can. Anybody can make that work. Now the longer pieces are down on the edge. Okay. All right, let me get this on here and then hide it with some of the greenery. All right, we want that to go that way. And all these to go this way. Now I'm going to talk to myself, y'all. Hold on for just a second. Okay, let me get it on here and then we can fluff it where you won't cover anything up. And some of the greenery, I kind of want to put it behind some of this greenery. Okay, now this looks like a blob. Love the blow and the black on that, yes. Maybe it makes it where it doesn't look so Halloween-y to me. Why is the name of the store you got your ribbon at? It is called Carolina Pottery. They only have them in the South, but somebody says you can order things online. See, let's put this. Behind here so it'll flow down. And then this is gonna have to come this way. Okay. Y'all, that did not turn out. No, we can't. It's not going the way I want it to go. Hold on, we're just gonna have to cut some of those long. It's just not gonna have the long tail. Or like I just told you, I'd have to take it all back apart, and I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Go back the way you're supposed to go. Could deal with you better the way you were. Okay. And then we'll dovetail our ribbon. Let's see. Okay. Sister, I don't call that a small bow. I know. I was like, I'm just gonna make this small bow. No, I didn't. I don't either. But, gosh, I'm talking about, I just put it around these long things, and I barely have enough fingers to twist it back here. I put it between two wide pieces. Okay. All the greenery in the front. See, look at those pretty little tails, and I'm just gonna have to cut them. All right. Oh, just so sad. It's sad. Look how much I'm having to cut off. Guess it could have been worse. I need to quit complaining. Yeah, this is just a little bow we did. It's gonna be little by the time I finish butchering it up, it seems like. All right, get behind the greenery. All right, hold on, let me fluff her up. So you can at least see it in the back. You're not gonna see any of the polka dot. So this is definitely just a foot filler. All right, all right. All right, let me dovetail these because they're the correct length and we'll be all square. There we go. Just take it apart and redo it. It is off camera. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay. Because, okay, now I can handle it. I mean, these up here kind of have to do their own thing before they relax. But even if they come down, they won't really cover that up so much once they kind of relax. It's still pretty stiff, but I love it. Hold on. Check out that big old bow. And I'm thinking this right here, is this taking away from it or is this adding to it? Let's see. Yeah, it looks better, more in the... Hold on. just a little skosh of a bow. All right, hold on. Mirren. Okay. And I've got this that I'm going to just kind of, because it fell apart, stick in here just real quick, you know, just to add a little something, more greenery. Just had some little pieces fall off, and I'm not going to do anything else with it right now. And it couldn't hurt to have a little more greenery on it that's not bow. Okay. And then we'll just leave that leaf, yeah. Ooh, my gun just died, so we're all set to go. Okay, I'll be able to take a better picture of it so it won't be, I hate my camera. And see, when I turn my camera like this, it gets really skinny. So I would have to like do like this to talk to you, or you just have to look at my chin the whole time. Because I figured out how to mirror it like that. All right. So I like it. I like it. You might not have to do your big old bow like I did, but I just kind of like this cute little bow. You know, maybe not do so much greenery if you're going to do a big old bow like this. Even though didn't I start off saying, I'm just going to do a little bow. All right, but thank y'all so much. And I hope I didn't hold you up. I don't have any kind of watches on, so I don't know how long it took us. Do you keep your projects? Most of them I do. We just took one apart that we did at Christmas time, and I'll take this bow apart, keep this bow. I'll keep this part of it because this is something you could add in a wreath. I can always do other things. I tend not to do the same thing each year. I would probably do something else with this, but I need to sell some of this because I feel like sometimes I'm stingy with it and somebody else can enjoy it, but I'm not really a salesperson. I wouldn't even know what to do. And how would you even ship this to somebody? Just jute roots at the end. Oh my gosh. Too cute. And we can like take them all apart. Hold on. Here's some little jute roots to have like just hanging off the end. Some jute roots down here. I don't know. Right now I'm not going to do it, but probably be really cute because I feel like it does need something down here on this end. Maybe about, I don't know if you would see it though. I got some big over here. Maybe if I just did like a couple of sprigs of my big jute. I've got this piece last night. Remember I cut too long? Let's see. Put a bunny. You could send their extra crafts to Wrens. You would have to stiffen them a little with Mod Podge. Yes, you could, but these bigger ones are already kind of stiff. Let's see. And my gun's about to die, but let's see if I can get that under there. Ooh, I don't even think I would have to. Look at y'all primitive people always helping me. I forgot about the roots. These are not the lateral scarred roots. Scarred root, yeah. But I guess it's just the roots. I got some carrots out in my garden. I kind of pulled one up the other day to see how they're doing. They've been in there forever. They're only like this long. So I don't know, I'm having a real good carrot crop. Okay. Think it's kind of cute. I really want to put this in my big tobacco basket like I had the other one at Christmas time and take that Georgia stuff out. That's cute on the end, and they're kind of scraggly bunny on the end, stuffed bunny. It looks really good. Yeah, I think there's really root scars. How warm did it get today? We were 75 in Charleston, 70 in where I am in Georgia. It got 70, only for about 3 or 4 hours. But it was pretty warm, but we had like a really good breeze. So for me, Buffy was like, it's kind of cold with that breeze. And I'm like, that's the only thing keeping me out here. All right, well, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.